Why 90% of people waste their lives. Do you ever feel like your life is just slipping away? Like you're stuck in a routine that never seems to end? You wake up every morning, drag yourself to work, then come back home to do it all over again tomorrow. You dream about retiring someday, but that feels more like a fantasy than a reality. But what if I told you that this isn't just your imagination? A 2024 MIT study proved something terrifying. 9 out of 10 people will die with regrets. Here's how to avoid being one of them. You were probably taught this equation from an early age. Study hard, get a job, get promoted, retire at 60. But what they don't teach you is that this system is rigged against you. The average person spends 90,000 hours working just to survive. That's 24 years of your life spent doing things you don't even enjoy. So here's why 90% of people waste their lives and how you can break the mold. The first reason people waste their lives is because of what I call the deferred life plan. It's the idea that you have to suffer now so you can be happy later. The truth is that you were probably taught this from an early age. Most school systems are designed to churn out workers who will obey their bosses for 40 or more hours a week. Your teachers probably cared more about teaching you math and science than critical thinking and financial literacy. And that's no fault of theirs. Our entire society is built on deferred gratification. But here's where it gets worse. The majority of jobs out there are not even fulfilling. Almost 2 out of 5 Americans hate their jobs. And the worst part is that they're stuck because they're trapped by the deferred life plan. They believe that they need to suffer through the next 30 or 40 years just so they can retire and finally be happy. But what if I told you that you don't have to put off your happiness? Now, we need to talk about something uncomfortable. Money. Let me ask you a question. Would you like to earn more money? Come on, be honest. If you said yes, then I have some news for you. You're not alone. Almost everyone wants more money. We think that it's going to make us happier, healthier, and more fulfilled. But what if I told you that it's not true? A Princeton study found that after a certain amount of income, more money doesn't actually make you any happier. In fact, it can even make you more miserable. What does this mean for you? Well, it means that you shouldn't spend your whole life chasing something that doesn't really matter. It's like trying to catch the wind. The more you try to grab it, the more it slips through your fingers. So what should you do instead? Well, the answer lies in understanding what truly makes you happy. And the science has some surprising insights to share. According to research, there's one thing that matters more than anything else: autonomy. People who have control over their time report 300% higher life satisfaction. So if you want to live a more fulfilling life, it's time to take back control. Don't just do what society tells you to do. Do what makes you happy. This might sound easier said than done, but it's actually simpler than you think. And it all starts with one simple mindset shift. Now let me show you exactly how to escape the 90,000-hour trap and design a life that you're excited about. Step 1. Escape the time for money trap. The first step to designing a life that you're excited about is to escape the time for money trap. This means getting rid of the mindset that the only way to make money is by trading your time. I used to think that this was just how things worked. You had to put in the hours in order to make the money. But then I discovered a new way to make money online, and it completely changed my perspective. I started by identifying a problem that I could solve. I'm a designer, so I know a lot about graphic design. But there are already tons of other designers out there selling their services on Fiverr and Upwork. So I needed to find a way to stand out. That's when I had a breakthrough. I realized that I could sell digital products instead of physical ones. This meant that I wouldn't have to spend time creating and shipping products. I could just focus on designing and selling. So I decided to test it out. I created some digital posters and listed them on Etsy, a popular online marketplace for handmade goods. And guess what? I made $3,000 in less than 2 weeks. And the best part is that once I created the posters, I didn't have to do any more work. They just kept selling over and over again. I didn't have to trade any more of my time for money. And this is just one example of how you can escape the time for money trap. There are so many other ways to make money online without trading your time. You just need to get creative. Just think about it. You're spending a third of your life at work just to survive. How much more time do you want to spend working? Exactly, but you won't have to, because now that you understand the concept of deferred life plan and the findings of the Princeton study, you can start designing a life that works for you. And that's exactly what Step 2 is all about. Step 2. The 1-hour rule. Now that you've escaped the time for money trap, it's time to start designing a life that you're excited about. And that starts with investing in yourself. But I'm not talking about those expensive courses or seminars that promise you the world, but never deliver. I'm talking about investing in your own education. Set aside just 60 minutes each day to learn a high-income skill. It could be anything from coding and AI to copywriting and marketing. There are so many different options out there that it's almost impossible to choose just one. That's why I recommend starting with whatever you're most interested in. Just dive in and start learning. The internet is full of free resources like YouTube tutorials and online courses. All you have to do is look around and see what's out there. And here's the best part. You don't have to be a genius or have a fancy degree to make money with these skills. All you need is a willingness to learn and practice. Just imagine how much you could earn if you learned a high-income skill in just 1 hour per day. Let's say you learn how to code and get a job as a software engineer. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that the median salary for a software engineer is over $110,000 per year. That's more than double the national average. Or maybe you learn how to write copy and start your own agency. According to ZipRecruiter, the average hourly rate for a freelance copywriter is $58 per hour. That's over $120,000 per year for a 40-hour work week. The possibilities are endless. So how exactly can you invest in yourself for just 1 hour a day? Well, that's where the 1-hour rule comes in. It's simple. Dedicate 1 hour each day to learning a high-income skill. You can break this down into smaller chunks if it's easier. For example, you could spend 30 minutes learning in the morning and another 30 minutes in the evening. Or maybe you prefer to spend 1 hour straight in the middle of the day. It's completely up to you. Just make sure that you're consistent. Learning a new skill takes time and practice. So don't expect to become an expert overnight. But if you stick with it, you'll eventually reach a point where you can start making money with your new skills. You'll be amazed at how much you can accomplish in just 1 hour per day. And the best part is that you'll be investing in yourself. So not only will you have more money to retire comfortably, but you'll also have more confidence and fulfillment in your life. It's easy to feel like you're wasting your life when you're stuck in a job that you hate and don't have the freedom to pursue your own interests. But the truth is that you have more control over your life than you think. By following the steps outlined in this video, you can start designing a life that you're excited about. Escape the time for money trap, learn a high-income skill, and start making moves towards a more fulfilling life. Remember, it all starts with one simple mindset shift. So, are you ready to take the first step? Comment below if you're in. I'll DM you my free guide. And subscribe because the algorithm tries to hide videos like this from you. Don't let it win. See you next time.